I've never seen such an explosive wilderness survival before. While others are starving for 3 days out of 9, they're eating sizzling, juicy charcoal grilled whole lamb, stepping on the freshest wild morel mushrooms, grabbing expensive lobster that could bankrupt you with one bite, plus firm wild boar ribs and aromatic braised turkey. Every meal is a royal level feast. This time, they brought along a hunter capable of pulling 15 kilograms of gear and a Michelin 5-star chef to Bulgaria's oldest forest. As soon as they landed, the hunter spotted a herd of chamois. The chamois eyesight is 16 times sharper than a human's. The hunter carefully held his breath and crossed the hill, trying to sneak up from behind. Sure enough, a chamois entered his shooting range. The hunter was just 10 steps away. Unfortunately, he missed. After 5 or 6 hours, he came back empty-handed. Meanwhile, the chef at the camp had a great harvest. He found a lot of expensive morel mushrooms and some valuable sorrel. These luxury ingredients are usually only found in fine dining restaurants. While washing his face, he even caught some wild sturgeon. By the time the hunter returned, the chef had already cooked up a gourmet meal. The dish was stewed sturgeon with morel mushrooms and rich sorrel sauce. The two of them casually enjoyed the meal. But the hunter, who had returned empty-handed, was in a bad mood. Determined to redeem himself, he went out hunting early the next day. Persistence pays off. He chased a chamois to the edge of a cliff. There were only rocks ahead, no escape. The chamois was trapped. The hunter aimed and hit its spine. It took him 7 hours to make the kill. Meanwhile, the chef wasn't idle. He found wild onions and thyme nearby, both high-quality seasonings. When the hunter returned with his catch, the chef burst out laughing like a pig. He decided to make a roasted whole lamb. He ground the onions and thyme into a paste and spread it over the lamb, slow roasting it over a low fire for 3 hours. He also simmered a morel mushroom soup with lamb fat. He cut a piece and tasted it. The lamb was incredibly satisfying. Once again, they casually enjoyed another meal. After eating their fill, the hunter suddenly heard a pig squealing. They couldn't believe their eyes. The trap they set yesterday had caught a wild boar. It was wild and fierce, extremely savage, but it wasn't going to see the next sunrise. What a delicious catch. The chef was ready to show his skills. He decided to slow cook the oldest meat on the bones. Adding wild grapes, it was like making a pork dish with red wine, and the tenderloin and ribs had to be grilled. They easily found herbs for seasoning and crushed them to coat the ribs. Then it was time to barbecue. The chef covered the meat with banana leaves and placed it on the grill, slowly cooking it over charcoal. The tenderloin was tied to a stick and roasted while rotating over the fire. With the roasted ribs and smoked tenderloin, a top-tier wilderness feast was born. The meat was tender, delicious beyond compare. After yet another simple feast, they ended their wilderness adventure.